Setting a sun approaching.
皆さんこんにちは。JICA 関西国際協力推進員の中島です。通称 JICA 和歌山デスクとして、和歌山の皆さんに JICA 事業を知っていただくため、和歌山市にあります県民交流プラザ和歌山ビッグアイ8階の和歌山県国際交流センターを拠点に、国際協力に関するイベントやセミナー、JICA 海外協力隊の応募相談窓口をさせていただいております。私たちの組織は、日本政府が国際協力を行うための中心的な機関です。国際協力機構を英語で表現した際の頭文字を取って、通称 JICA と呼んでいます。JICA といえば、一般に青年海外協力隊がよく知られていますが、まず最初に紹介したいのは、開発途上国の人づくりのための支援です。これは主に、開発途上国に各分野の専門家を派遣したり、その国づくりを担う人を研修員として日本に受け入れる事業があります。他にも、開発途上国の重要なインフラや制度を作るための支援や、途上国のニーズと日本の民間企業の製品や技術のマッチングの支援も行っています。大きな災害や事故が起きたときに、相手国からの要請によって派遣される国際緊急援助という事業もあります。JICA は海外約100拠点、国内15拠点で事業を運営しており、その中で JICA 和歌山デスクは、兵庫県神戸市に拠点を置き、関西に府4県を統括している JICA 関西の管轄のもと、地域と開発途上国をつなぐ役目を担っています。
今日、世界の国について授業をする先生役が JICA の研修員なのですが、どういった目的で日本に来ている人たちなのかについて、私からもう少し詳しく紹介したいと思います。先ほど説明があったように、開発途上国のさまざまな課題を解決するための人づくりをする事業が研修員受け入れ事業と呼ばれる事業なのですが、開発途上国では安全な水が飲めるようなインフラ整備、健康な暮らしに欠かせない医療や廃棄物処理、そして教育などいろいろな分野で課題を抱えていて、それらを解決できる人を育てるため、毎年 JICA 関西では約1800人の研修員を受け入れ、日本に滞在しながら実際に現場を見学したり、各分野の専門家から講義を受け、お互いに議論を深めたりして必要な知識や技術を学んでいます。研修の内容は様々ですが、JICA 関西では関西の地域性を生かした中小企業の振興や防災、廃棄物管理などを中心に研修を実施しています。日本での研修は2週間から2ヶ月滞在する研修もありますが、一方で2年から3年と長期間滞在する研修もあり、それが大学院への留学となります。この世界民族祭で自分の国について授業をさせていただいているのは、その長期研修員です。長期研修員の皆さんは、関西ではスライドに書いてあるような大学に在籍をしていますし、今日は広島大学からも参加しています。各さまざまな分野で修士号、博士号を取っていただくのですけれども、出身国はアジアからアフリカ、中東、中南米と本当にさまざまな国から日本に来て学んでいます。大学での授業、研究だけではなく、日本企業でのインターンも日本滞在中にしていただいていまして、より日本を知っていただき、親日派として日本と自分の国をつなぐ架け橋となっていただくことも期待されています。そんな JICA 留学生の皆さんと世界民族祭を通してお互いに交流し、理解を深めながら、それが世界全体の課題を解決するためのきっかけになればと思っております。
皆さん、こんにちは。はじめまして、ミックです。フィリピンから来ました。今、大阪大学の大学院です。日本に3年います。君のタウンに行ったことがあります。楽しかった。今日、フィリピンについて簡単な紹介、発表したいと思います。よろしくお願いします。
私の名前はメイです。今日はフィリピンについてたくさん知ることができるのを楽しみにしています。よろしくお願いします。
はい、私の名前はなつみです。今回はフィリピンのことがもっと知れるのがすごく楽しみです。よろしくお願いします。
Thank you.
はじめまして、私はみゆこです。いつかフィリピンのセブ島に行ってみたいなって思っています。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, so 今から英語で話します。So for today, I will be giving a brief introduction of the Philippines. So the Philippines is located in the southwest of Japan. It's not that far. If you're going to take a plane from Kansai Kyuko, you'll be able to reach our capital, which is in Manila, within 4 hours. So, like Japan, our country is composed of several islands, around 7,600 islands to be more specific. And these are grouped into 3 main island groups, namely Luzon, Visayas, and Mindanao. Our country is considered as a tropical country, so we only have 2 seasons, either dry season or rainy season. Although in some parts of our country, rain can occur in most of the year. And also, you can see here, the average temperature is around 25 degrees during the entire year. Although I think this average is day and night. During daytime, the temperature can be as high as 30 degrees, especially during the middle of the year, which is the peak of the summer. The temperature can go around 35 degrees. At so yun eh. Depending on which part of the country that you go to, you will see different kinds of geographical features. And here are some of the more popular ones. Here, we have a place where there are hills that are all of the same sizes, similar sizes. And then on this part, we have a mountain where the slope is converted into rice terraces or rice fields. So we also have a mountain or a volcano that is almost like a perfect cone shape. So I know you have Mount Fuji, which is also very popular. So it's a bit similar. We also have a volcano that is inside a lake, Nakani. So this is this small island here. This is actually the volcano is under the water. So most of the volcano is under the water and it's surrounded by a lake. So here are other popular tourist spots. Here, El Nido, Palawan is a popular place for scuba diving. So you have here very clear water with coral reefs and a lots of small rock formations. And then here on the bottom right is Boracay Beach. This is very popular among tourists because of the white sand beach. Yumi na umi. So our country is the population of our country is around 110 million. Because we have several small islands, within our country, there are several ethnic groups. So we have around 175 plus ethnic groups. Each ethnic group has its own culture and language. So which you can find here in the map, how they're spread out in the different parts of our country. So because of that, we have a very diverse culture. So we have around 120 to 190 languages. These languages are very different from each other. So for example, I'm from this area, from the Tagalog region. If I go somewhere near this area in the Visayan region, I will not be able to understand their dialect. Although, of course, all Filipinos speak our national language, which is Filipino. It's called Filipino as well. But we also use English as our official language. Religion is an important part of our country. So it affects the views of the people and our traditions. So that's why I place it here. A large part of our country, 90%, are Christians, but we also have a significant population of Islam, which is around 5%. So this slide shows some of our traditions and our culture. On the left side, these attires represent our traditional Philippine attire. So we usually wear this during special occasions, like during wedding. Actually, sometimes during Sutugyo, some of the Filipinos wear these attires as well. On the right side, shows different festivals or fiestas that are celebrated in the Philippines. So every region or area in our country, they have their own specific fiestas or festivals. These are celebrated historically as a way to express gratitude for the blessings that the place receives, or it's a way to showcase the culture of that particular place. So, for example, the one with the mass, the festival for the province that's called as the City of Smiles, or for the one on the lower left, the Pahiyas. This is celebrated as a way to be grateful for the good harvest. The decorations in these houses are made from rice. But perhaps the biggest celebration in our country is during Christmas season. So the celebration starts from around September until December, and all throughout the country, you will see different Christmas decorations like the one you see here. Now, if you go to our country, you will notice that there's also significant Japanese influence. For example, you will find, especially if you go to the cities, you will find several Japanese restaurants. In particular, sushi is quite popular among Filipinos. Although for Filipinos, sushi is a bit expensive, so we only get to eat this during special occasions. Like for me, sushi ga ichiban suki na tabemono. So also recently, ramen became more popular in our country. So we also have a lot of ramen shops. And we also have takoyaki is also a bit more popular in different parts of our country. Perhaps a bigger influence among Filipinos are animes, because in Philippine television, in most of our television stations, they regularly show animes, including old animes to more recent animes. So most Filipinos, when growing up, have seen some animes, and even those that have not been shown in television, they are quite popular too. For example, the movies from Studio Ghibli, the ones created by Hayao Miyazaki-san, are quite popular. Also, in more recent times, the movies by Makoto Shinkai-san, like for example, Kimi no Na wa is also very popular. But for animes that are shown in television, there's a lot of them. One of the most popular is recently is perhaps Naruto. But there are a lot of animes that are very popular among Filipinos. So thank you for listening to my talk about the Philippines. Hopefully, through this presentation, you have learned more about our country, and perhaps maybe in the future you can visit our country. But here I would also like to show you some pictures that I took when I went to Kimi Town last year. So Kimi Town wa honto ni kirei na machi. Arigatou gozaimashita.
I have a question. From a foreigner's point of view, is there anything you think is good about Japanese people? And is there something that we can improve?
Best features of Japan is it's very clean. Wherever you go, the places are very clean, very organized. The people are very orderly and very polite and hardworking. I think those are some of the best virtues that Japan are known for. What are the things that you can improve in your country?
Yes.
For me, that's a difficult question because personally, I'm very impressed with what I can see. I'm based in Osaka, so wherever I go, I see a lot of impressive things. I guess if there's one thing that Japan can improve, maybe sometimes in certain places, it's easy for foreigners to go around, like Tokyo or Osaka, because you can see a lot of there are a lot of signs that are written in English, and if you get lost, you can approach people and ask them for directions, even if you're not good in Nihongo. But sometimes in other places, maybe there's not a lot of signs that are written in English. So I think that can help other places get more tourists in their area.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you for your question. ありがとうございます。
私は地方に住んでるんで、なんかもっと外国人の観光客の方が増えて、英語で見てよくわかるっていう表示が増えるようになったらいいなって私も思います。
はい。What is popular amongst young people in the Philippines?
Oh, that's a good question. What is popular among young people? I can think of one is sports, spotsu ga yume. Sports are very popular, specifically basketball is very popular. But also, I mentioned anime. Anime is totemo yume na, very popular in the Philippines. From old anime like Slam Dunk, Dragon Ball, to more recent animes like I showed Naruto. I've shown, of course, there's for example, One Punch Man and different kinds of anime. Even if they're not shown in television, they're quite popular. So Filipinos are, in a way, through anime, exposed to Japanese culture.
ありがとうございます。私はなんか今はバスケットボールをあんまりやってないので、私もバスケットボールもっとやっていきたいなって思います。
Oh, I just comment. That's good. Actually, I am a fan of NBA, and I know that Rui is playing he's very good at basketball. In Japan, he's very good at basketball. So he's playing at Washington. So he's a good player.
Japan has a declining birth rate and an aging population. Is there a similar phenomenon happening in the Philippines?
That's a good question as well. So I've heard since I've arrived here through JICA, I have been introduced about some of the issues that Japan is facing, particularly the declining birth rate. If you're going to ask about our country, we have opposite problem. Because in our case, I think we have for some places, I think we have our population growth rate is quite high. So compared to Japan, and sometimes our infrastructure and resources, for example, education, healthcare, because of our population, we are not able to provide them for everyone. So I think we have a bit opposite problem. But I think that's a good question as well.
教えていただいてありがとうございます。今まで学校の授業とかで少子高齢化について勉強することあったんですけど、その中でも外国の状況に目を向けて学びにつなげるってことはなかったので、今教えていただいたみたいにその日本の状況と外国の状況を比べてみたり、その状況を学んでそれぞれの、問題を解決していく手がかりにしていけたらしたらいいんじゃないかなっていうふうに思いました。ありがとうございます。
Okay, so I have one question in particular about Japan. So Japan is known for a lot of things. So for its technology and a lot of beautiful places. What some of the things that are good things about Japan that not a lot of people know about, not a lot of foreigners know about?
はい。最高なことかどうかはちょっとわかんないんですけど、日本はご飯を食べる前と後にいただきますとごちそうさまでしたっていうことは知ってるかもしれないんですけど、その理由っていうのが、食事を作ってくれた人とかその食材を育ててくれた人に対する感謝はもちろんのこと、食材そのものの命をいただくっていうことに対しての感謝をしているっていうことを意味していただきます、ごちそうさまでしたって言っているんですけど、これは日本固有の文化であり、すごいいいことだなって私は個人的に思っています。
Well, thank you for that information. I use when we eat out with my Japanese companions, we say itadakimasu. But I do not know the meaning of. I just know it's a way of saying thank you, but I do not know the deeper meaning of that. So thank you for sharing that information to me. ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。All right. So first of all, I would just like to thank you for taking the time to listen about my talk about my country. Hopefully, in that short span, you are able to learn some new things about my country, and maybe in the future that will inspire you to visit our country as well. But for me, I'm really hoping that I can go back to Kimino Town because I think it's one of the best places in Japan that does not get a lot of attention. So I think it deserves to be visited more by people. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
Okay, let me introduce myself. My name is Savat Saipadit, or you can call me Sabasu. I'm currently a student at Osaka University, and I'm also a lecturer in Laos in National University of Laos.
はい。私の名前は千夏と言います。ラオスのことについていろいろ教えていただけたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
僕の名前はリュウキと言います。僕はラオスの状況や今のラオスの文化などを知りたいので、今日よろしくお願いします。
はい、私の名前はみゆこです。今日はラオスについてちょっとでも詳しくなれたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
私の名前ははるかと言います。ラオスについてお話が聞けたら嬉しいです。ありがとうございます。お願いします。
Okay, today I'm going to talk about Laos or Lao People's Democratic Republic. So again, my name is Savat Saipadit. Today I'm a representative to present a class about Laos. Last year, I want to mention that I have visited Kimino Town, Wakayama Prefecture on August 2019, and we made Ujiwa fan, a paper fan, right? And we experiencing with the traditional culture with local people in there. And I really enjoy this event because the weather and the nature in Wakayama Prefecture or in Kimino Town is very nice, and people there is so friendly, and we are praying at the river together in there. So now let's talk about Laos. So Laos flag consists of 3 colors. We have a top and bottom red horizontal line, and the dark blue line in the middle, and the circle and the white circle in the middle. This is the Lao flag. The area of Laos is about 238,000 square kilometers, and we have a population about 7 million. If compared to Japan, Japan has a population greater than Laos about 15 or 16 times. And the capital of Laos is Vientiane capital. We use a Lao gib as a currency. You can see in this picture, it is the map, and I draw the yellow line to show the distance between Laos and Japan. So it takes about 6 to 7 hours to come to Japan. And Laos is a landlocked country, which it means that there is no sea. So it's a neighboring by a neighbor country, which is Thailand, Myanmar, China, Vietnam, and Cambodia. And this is about the general information about Laos. Now let's talk about the Lao culture. Lao people usually use Lao language for communication, for reading, for writing, and so on. Typically, Lao greeting is the no with the greeting sabaidi. So you can do like this with sabaidi. It's mean like you use konnichiwa or konbanwa or ohayo gozaimasu, or you can use no with sabaidi. Lao is approximately 66% of Buddhists, and the Basi ceremony is the national folk ritual of Laos. And I will talk about the Basi ceremony in the next slide. And in this picture show that people are making a merit by offering to the monk. With this, if you visit Laos, you can see this kind of the culture in Laos. Now let's talk about the Lao national costume. In Japan, we have a kimono or a yukata, but in Laos we have a sarong or sin. And sarong is for men, and the sin is for women. So they use a sarong or sin in many occasions, like a wedding ceremony or Basi ceremony or a Lao New Year's festival, and go to the temple and so on. And now we talk about Lao festivals. Actually, there are many of the festival in Laos, but I choose the popular or the important festival, which is a Lao New Year festival. In Lao New Year's, people are pouring or praying water together, and in the first picture, people are pouring the water to the monk in Lao New Year festival for blessing of a long life, healthy, wealthy, lucky, and peace. As I mentioned earlier, the Basi ceremony, it is the national folk of the national folk ritual of Laos. The Basi ceremony has been practiced for hundreds of years. The term Basi means spirit callings or spirit enhancing, and the ceremony involved the tying of a white cotton string around a person's wrist, and the prayer saying or well wishing for the person that the ceremony is intended for. As you can see in the top right picture, people are tying a string around a person's wrist. Yes, so there are many activities to do in Lao New Year Festival, but this is some of the activity I presented to you today. And last but not least, this is the Lao cuisine. I want to present it to you about Lao cuisine. So the first one is the papaya salad, which is the famous Lao food you can see if you visit Laos. And most of Lao food is very spicy. As you can see, every dish contain a chili, the red chili. It is too spicy for, I think, for Japanese. And the second one is the lap, and the third one is the bamboo soup, which they can make the bamboo soup with mixing with pork, mushroom, or the pumpkin, and many things they can mix in the bamboo soup. And the fourth one is the khao pun. Khao pun, it's also many kind of khao pun, like khao pun with a pork, chicken, or a fish. But this I can compare this to Japanese ramen. And the last one is the sticky rice. The sticky rice similar to I find in the internet. It is called mochi gomi in Japanese. I don't know if it is correct or not, but yeah, the sticky rice is similar to mochi gomi. The sticky rice called khao niao is the base of every meal. It is ubiquitous there. So they serve this rice in individual little bamboo basket. Yes, this is some of the Lao food. And if you have a chance to visit Laos, you can enjoy this kind of food in Laos. And now that's all for the presentation today about some information about Laos. I hope you know a little bit about Laos for my presentation. And thank you very much. ขอบใจ
Japan imports a lot of coffee beans from Laos. What does Laos coffee taste like?
The coffee in Laos, I think there are many area of the coffee. Like in the southern, is very popular, and the taste is very good. The smell is very good. They call Dao coffee.
私はまだあんまコーヒーとか飲めなくて苦いからなんですけど飲めるようになったらちょっといろんな国とラオスのコーヒー飲み比べてみて今聞いたこと確かめれたらいいなって思います。教えてくださってありがとうございます。
What is the impact of the coronavirus in Laos and how has the city and people's lives changed?
You mean in Laos? In the coronavirus in Laos, now the situation is better. Like now, there are only 21 people infected, and all of them are already recovered. And now they already open. It means the people are living in normal situation. Yes, in Laos. The country is still closed. The border of the country. Yes.
はい、こういう状況ですが、コロナに負けず、これからも世界で頑張っていきましょう。以上です。
Thank you.
What do you think are the difference in character between Laos and Japanese?
People different. The people, I can say that I don't know, Japanese people is very, it's very shy to like, I have a Japanese friend and he is very short, very shy when they talk with me. Like, like we are friends, but we still shy to talk together. And actually there are many things different. Yes, but yeah. Japanese people is very kind. Honestly, Japanese people is a kind person. Yes.
はい、ありがとうございます。そうですね。私もう日本人も私自身もその日本人は少し恥ずかしがり屋なところがあるんじゃないかって思ってしまうんですけども、その優しいって言ってくださってそう言ってくださるのはとても嬉しかったです。ありがとうございました。
Yes, let me explain a little bit about I think because of the actually Japanese people can talk English, but when they talk to foreigner, I mean they are so shy with only for foreigner. Yes, but for Japanese with Japanese not so shy. Yes. Okay, thank you very much for all of your questions, and I want to ask. I have one question. What is the main point of Japan? I mean, the strength point of Japan that you think it is encourage a foreigner to come to Japan?
私が思う日本の強みはですね、日本はお寺とかそういう伝統文化を感じられる場所が観光地として残ってるところとか、あとはなんかこの Zoom での他の国の方との交流の中でなんか日本人のその特徴じゃないですけど国民性とかそういうのがなんか秩序を守ったりするっていうのを聞いて、なんかそういう街中にいる日本人のなんかそういう日本人らしさっていうのを感じてもらったらちょっと面白いんじゃないかなとか思いました。
Yes, I agree with
はい。私が思う日本の強みは県ごとにあるご当地キャラクターとかが日本の強みなんじゃないかなって思います。その理由はご当地キャラクターっていうのは有名なものやその場の風景や特産品などをモチーフにしてイメージされたキャラクターがあって、それが日本の特色や日本特有のものが出ていて、私は日本の強みだと思います。
Yes, I agree with this, and I also impressed with every prefecture. They have their own characteristic of the prefecture, yeah, and it's very interesting. So thank you very much for your coming today, and I think you have some knowledge about the Laos, and if you have if you have a chance to go to Laos, please enjoy your time there with the Lao culture, Lao food, and also Lao festival. And yes, yeah, I am very enjoy with your answer today and for presentation today. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you all again. Thank you.
はい、今日はラオスについていろいろ教えてくださりありがとうございました。日本と似てるところがあったり、こういうところが違うんだなとか、今まで知らなかったことが知れたりしてすごい楽しかったです。ちょっとラオスに詳しくなれたかなって思ってます。私たちからの質問にも優しく丁寧に答えてくださって本当にありがとうございました。Thank you.
You.
バングラデシュへようこそ。私はエナモルホクです。私をホクと呼んでください。バングラデシュから来ました。神戸大学の学生です。専門は経済、映画、クリケット好きです。Thank you very much. ありがとう。
Welcome everyone. こんにちは。私はモンスーです。ジョティって呼んでください。バングラデシュね、ダカから来ました。So, my name is Jyoti, Mansur Rahman. My nickname is Jyoti. I work in the Central Bank of Bangladesh. And here I come under the JDS program, under the Japan government scholarship. And I also study in Hiroshima University in development economics. Thank you, everyone.
こんにちは。私の名前はメイです。バングラデシュはよく耳にする国名だと思うんですけど、私あんまり詳しく知ってるわけではないので、今日たくさん知れたらいいなって思います。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。私の名前はうららです。私はバングラデシュは、お茶とか、とっても綺麗な建物がいっぱいあるっていうことぐらいしか知らないので、この機会でたくさん学べたらなって思います。お願いします。
リュウキって言います。バングラデシュはあまり知らない国で、何があるのかとか、どういう食べ物があるのかとかを今日知りたいです。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは、みゆこです。私は、バングラデシュはちょっと日本と国旗のデザインが似てるっていうイメージがあるんですけど、今日はもっとバングラデシュのことを知っていけたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは、翼って言います。バングラデシュのことは国名は知ってたんですけど、何があるとか何が有名だとかは全然知らないので、この時間でいっぱい知れたらなと思います。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは、心です。バングラデシュは名前は聞いたことあったんですが、あまり詳しく個人的に知らなくて、今日はバングラデシュの方とお話できると聞いてすごく嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。
Good afternoon. Welcome to my presentation. Bangladesh o a Yosoko. Bangladesh is basically located in the South Asia and is bordered by India from the three sides and Burma from the southeast corner and the Bay of Bengal from the south. Bangladesh is low-lying river and country traversed by many branches and the tributaries of the Ganges and the Brahmaputra. And Bangladesh has 6 seasons, and Bangladesh is mostly affected by the natural disasters, tropical monsoons, frequent floods, and the cyclones. And our beloved country came into birth in 1971 after 9-month war against Pakistan. If you look at the first pictures, the friend of the nation, Bangabandhu Sheikh Mujibur Rahman, was delivering his speech. And after that, in 26 March, the 1971, the war started, and some people were protesting. And finally, in the 16 December 1971, we got our victory. If you look at the pictures, you see that some Japanese students are collecting money and bought masks for the Wuhan citizens who were affected by the COVID-19 in China. At the same time, in the same way, during the Bangladesh war, in that case, some Japanese students saved their money from their different budgets and donated this money through channels to the war-inflicted people of the then Bangladesh. So we salute the Japanese students. I want to talk about International Mother Language Day. Basically, before independence, Pakistan had two major parts: western part, the present Pakistan, and the East Pakistan, that is the present Bangladesh. And the people of the West Pakistan talked in Urdu, and the people of the East Pakistan talked the Bengali. But unfortunately, the West Pakistan proposed Urdu as a state or the official language all over the Pakistan. And that's why the students of the Dhaka University of the then Bangladesh protested these proposals. And finally, the western part shot bullet and killed 80 students on the spot on 21st February 1952. That day was the first time in the history when a nation had sacrificed their lives for the mother language. And that's why 21st February was declared to be the International Mother Language Day by the UNESCO in 1999. So it is being observed to commemorate the martyrs to follow the ethnic language throughout the world since 21st February 2000s. If you look at the first pictures, you see that some people had some placard on their hand and they are protesting. And in the placard, there is a language is the Rashtrabhasha Bangla Chai in Bangla. And in English, we want Bangla as our state language. And if we see this in Japanese, it would be Shugono Genko to Shite Bangaruga Hoshides. We have a national dress and the traditional dress, basically traditional dress, that is the shari for the female and the lungi for the man. If you look at the first pictures, there is the man is wearing the lungi, and another picture is also there, and this is very fantastic to look at, the very beautiful lungi. And not only that, the women are wearing the shari. If you look at the video pictures, some Japanese women are wearing the shari and they're looking very good and very beautiful. In most cases, in the most of the occasions, our traditional or religious occasions, our Bengali women were used to wear the shari, most of the cases. And this shari and this lungi is famous not only in Bangladesh, but also the other country of the Southeast Asia. If you look at these pictures, this is the Jamdani shari, and this shari has been declared as a masterpiece of the oral and intangible heritage of community by the UNESCO. And we have a muslin fabrics, and this muslin fabric is hand woven of uncommonly delicate hand spun yarn originated in Bangladesh, and it is famous all over the world. Our country is placed with world's largest natural sea beach, 150 kilometers at its stretch, and all of you are welcome, and all of you are invited to our country to enjoy this natural beauty. We have the St. Martin Island, and this island is very picturesque. This island has a very picturesque beauty, and everybody is become astonished to watch this kinds of beauty. Very marvelous beauty is there. And not only that, we have a very large jungle, that is the Sundarban. Sundar means beautiful, and Ban means the jungle. That means beautiful jungle. And in this jungle, this is the largest mangrove forest in the world. In this jungle, there live a lot of different kinds of insects, different kinds of plants, different kinds of animals there. And the famous Royal Bengal tiger, our national animal, is one of them. Finally, you are invited to my country. Bangladesh ni shotai sarete imasu. Thank you very much. And the next part will be discussed by Jyoti-san.
Okay, this is the traditional foods of our cuisine. Like our food is actually based on rice and fish. So here we provide some pictures of our traditional foods like rice, curry, and thick lentil soups. And we also eat fish and meat like beef curry, chicken curry, mutton curry, and also we eat duck. And we also eat fish, hilsha, which is our national fish. And in many, festivals and in our marriage ceremony and other programs, when relatives or guests come to our home, we prepare kachi biryani or chicken pulao. It's a chicken rice. Special foods for the guests and all the invitees in the marriage ceremony. You can see the pictures in the second row, the first two pictures of the second row. These are the picture of the kachi biryani and the chicken biryani. So this is our religion and about our festivals. So in Bangladesh, these are mainly Muslim majority countries. So in our religion, I mean, we have Muslims and Hindus, Buddhists, Christian, and different other ethnic group we have. So Bangladesh is also famous for its sports, like the cricket. The sports is the most famous one in Bangladesh, and this is the most popular sports in Bangladesh also. And in cricket, Bangladesh won World Cup under 19 ICC World Cup against India, and we also have our national sports is kabaddi. Though the popularity of kabaddi is nowadays decreasing in compared to cricket, and we also play football, which is very popular in our country. So these are some, facts about Bangladesh. Our national tree is mango, and our national fruit is jackfruit. It is kathal in Bengali language, and our national flower is water lily, white color water lily. We call it shapla, and our national bird is magpie. It's a magpie robin. We say it like doel. And our national poet is Kazi Nazrul Islam. His birthday is also celebrated in our country, and it's like the festivals. We call it Nazrul Jayanti. And our parliament system is like a Jatiya সংসদ is our national assembly, and this is a very unique structure in the world. And this our national assembly is taught in architectural studies in all over the world, because it was designed by the Louis Icahn, one of the greatest architects, and it was really very good to see from the above bird's eye view. And Bangladesh is also the most densely populated country in the world. I mean, on an average, 1,252 people live per square kilometer of Bangladesh. So this is all about Bangladesh, and there's also we have some relationship between Bangladesh and Japan, and these are really, we honor the relationship between Bangladesh and Japan. Like on Tokyo trial, there's one Bangladeshi judge named Radha Govinda Pal. Is the only judge who submitted a judgment against that said that all Japanese defendants were not guilty. So among all the judges of the Tokyo trial, only one judge who is from Bangladesh said that all Japanese defendants were not guilty. And to honor him, the Japan people, the Japan government make a memorial dedicated to Radha Govinda Pal at Tokyo's Yasukuni Shrine. So the relationship between Bangladesh and Japan is very old So the relationship Bangladesh and Japan is like absolute selfless relationship, because Bangladesh is the second highest official development assistance or ODA receiver of Japan from 1971, after our independence. And Japan is also the second highest donor of ODA for Bangladesh. So the relationship Bangladesh and Japan is just from our beginning of the birth of our nation. So it's really great to have Japan as our trusted friends. And in BBC World Poll, 71% Bangladesh had a favorable view of Japan, making Bangladesh one of the most pro-Japanese countries in the world. The friendship is an absolute selfless international relationship between these two countries. And we also, from our childhood, we know about Bangladesh because the flag between Bangladesh and Japan are almost similar. So that's why every Bangladeshi child or students from their childhood, the first country they know about after their country, after when we know about our flags, we know about Japan also, because the similarities between the two flags and two countries. And thank you all.
Yes. Was your country affected by COVID-19? Did you have a lockdown?
Yes, in our country, we are affected by the COVID or coronavirus, and we locked down our whole country. And now we are trying to open some place, and our office and other things are nowadays we gradually open, but we are locked down from maybe in the mid-April for 3 or 4 months. Yeah.
ありがとうございます。日本はロックダウンの対策を取っていない国だったんですけれども、そのロックダウンをしている国の中でもかなり長い間している国なんだなっていうことが分かりました。ありがとうございます。
Okay, I can explain why we need a lockdown, because you see, Bangladesh is the most densely populated country in the world. Per square kilometer, we have 1,252 people in our country. So it's really hard to, control all the people of, such a small spaces with a lot of people. So if you don't implement this lockdown, so we cannot do such thing, because this is very infectious or contagious, this coronavirus. So the situation in Japan or other countries who doesn't go for lockdown is not the same as like Bangladesh, because we are the most densely populated country in the world. So we started in the 12th March, the lockdown, and it goes till 13th May, so end of the May. And then we lifted the lockdown.
Natural disasters caused by global warming, such as typhoon and earthquakes, are increasing in Japan. How is Bangladesh affected by global warming?
Can I answer? Basically, Bangladesh is a low-lying riverine country, and that's why, and it is near the Bay of Bengal, and this is the low-lying country, and that's why, suppose in another countries they are increasing the carbon dioxide, that is the greenhouse effect. So they are manufacturing different products, and the more they are emitting the carbon dioxide, these effects has come to the low-lying country like Bangladesh, because this is the delta area. And that's why, suppose the rises of the sea level from 1 meter, that will occupy the half of the Bangladesh maybe, and in that case Bangladesh is suffering more. Not only that, Bangladesh has a frequent flood, there is a cyclone, there is different kinds of natural disasters, but most of the cases we are taking some technological advancement from the Japan also, because we have some negotiations, some collaborations with this Bangladesh and Japan, and that's why some Japanese scientists and observers has come and find out how we can mitigate this problem. And yes, it is reality that there is some comparisons and similarity between Bangladesh and Japan. Both countries are affected by the natural disasters.
やっぱり世界の問題で、やっぱり地球温暖化っていうのは世界中で協力していく取り組むべきな課題なんだなって思ったのと、その一歩としてこういうふうに国同士で情報交換することも大事なんだなっていうふうに感じました。ありがとうございます。
はい、今日はバングラデシュの文化や美味しい食べ物などいろいろよく知れてよかったです。バングラデシュに行ける機会があれば食べ物やスイーツを食べに行きたいと思います。以上です。
Yeah, hello everyone. Hi. I am Arivarasan Sampathkumar. Today I am going to introduce to you all about the country India, the country where I am from. You will all enjoy this lesson.
私の名前はメイです。私はゾウが好きなので、今日はバーチャル背景はゾウにしてみました。
こんにちは。私の名前はあやかです。インドのことをいろいろ学んでいけたらいいなって思ってます。以上です。
私の名前はうららです。観光とかもとってもインドは盛んなのかなっていうふうにイメージを持っています。今日はインドのことについてたくさん学びたいと思っています。お願いします。
夏と言います。インドに一度行ってみたいなって 思っているので、いろいろなことを教えてもらえると嬉しいです。
私の名前はさきです。もっとたくさんインドのことを知りたいと思っているので、今日はよろしくお願いします。
Okay, so today I'm going to discuss with you all about India. So from saying India, the first thing which comes to my mind is how diverse the nation is. It is the second most populated country in the world. And how we have prefectures in Japan, we have states in India. Like India is divided into 28 different states and 8 union territories. And because of the history India had, we have a rich and varied culture with different people. So today we are going to see about all the components, like which makes India what it is. So let's go into the lesson. So when it comes to language, the official language of India is Hindi. But apart from Hindi, there are also various other languages which are spoken in various other states in India. It is reported there are 22 major languages, that is almost a language for each state. Like these are few other languages which people speak in other parts of India, like Tamil, Telugu, Malayalam, and Kannada. So I am from a state called Tamil Nadu, which is from the southern part of India, and I speak Tamil. And about the movie industries in India, since there are many languages, we have different movie industries also. And Hindi movies, you might have heard, it is called, the movie industry is called Bollywood. Yeah, and I'm not making this up. Like Hindi movies, Tamil and Telugu cine industries are called Kollywood and Tollywood respectively. And these movies are fun to watch. You people have to watch once if you have time. So going into the festivals celebrated in India, there are various festivals like Diwali, Holi, Pongal, Onam. The first image which we see, it is the festival called Diwali, Festival of Lights. That is a major festival in India where we will light lamps and we will burst firecrackers. And second image is that of Holi, which is the festival of colors, where people celebrate it by throwing color powders on everyone and rejoicing in it. And the third image is that of Pongal. It is a harvesting festival where they will pay tribute to sun and farmers. And the fourth image is of Onam, which is celebrated in Kerala, a southern state in India. Apart from that, there are also various other festivals which we celebrate, like Eid, Dasara. And next, we'll go into Indian food. Generally categorizing it, when it comes to Indian food, the northern part of India, because they grow wheat, their staple is usually wheat. And in South India, the staple is rice. So the first image which you see, this food is called dosa. It is a pancake made of rice flour. And we eat it with these condiments called chutney or sambar. And the second image is that of a type of bread which we make called chapati. It is made of wheat flour. And the third image is of that of a South Indian feast, where traditionally they will serve the food on a banana leaf. Usually in huge functions or in weddings, people serve food like this in South India. And next, if we go into, we are going to talk about Indian traditional clothes. Like every other things, even clothes, we have different types of clothes based on the region in India. But to discuss the major ones, in northern region, people wear salwar kameez, kurta or sherwani. And in the southern region, men wear dhoti, which is this, and women wear sari. So in the previous slides which we saw, we discussed about all the differences which India has. But despite of having all the differences, we are still bound together by our federal structure. And this complex diversity makes us respect every other tradition and culture. Even all the 28 states are different in their own way. We all unite when it comes to making decisions in the form of parliament, ministries, and other government administrations. And even personally, people believe in our neighbors' traditions too, and their values also. We give importance to their values also. That's how India as a country stands united. And yeah, to end the presentation, I have some fun facts about India, which you might have not known before. Do you know chess was first invented in India? And the math concepts, algebra, trigonometry, and calculus, they all originated from India. India has the largest number of post offices in the world, obviously because of the population. Do you know the famous performer, singer, superstar Freddie Mercury is of Indian origin? And India is world's largest producer of milk. Yeah. Thank you very much for your time.
I want to go India. Where would you recommend?
Yeah, India has a lot of places to visit as a tourist. You can start from one of the 7 wonders in Agra called Taj Mahal. That is a good place to visit. And if you like trekking, there are few mountain ranges in India. There is Himalayas. And if you like beaches, the southern part is filled with beaches. So yeah, it is a good place to visit.
ありがとうございます。インドに行ったら行ってみたいなって思いました。
I have a question. In India, there are many people infected by the COVID-19. What is the real situation there?
Yeah, that's a good question. As of now, I think it is still in, the numbers are still in the rise. It is not that much control yet, but they are working towards it. But still the situation is quite bad. It is not better yet.
はい、ありがとうございます。早く収束することを願うばかりですが、日本も頑張って、早くコロナを収束できるように自分たちでも頑張りたいなって思います。
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you.
Yes, I have a question. After completing 9 years of compulsory school, 98% of Japanese people continue their education. What is the education system like in India?
In the education system in India, it is pretty much good. I don't know about the whole, but all over India, among the 28 states, there is a state called Kerala, which has the highest amount of literacy rate, and there is a lot of institutions which is of national importance, and people take primary education very seriously in India. Like almost all the children are enrolled in primary education, almost everyone. Yeah, I'm not sure it is 100%. I said like people actually take that seriously, and they almost enroll, they try to enroll their kids to primary education, but there are still some rural places which don't have that much awareness of getting it, but we are going towards it actually. It is not 100%, that I'm sure.
今すぐ使えるインドの言葉を教えてほしいです。
Okay, so even the thing is, even I don't know that much Hindi, the official language of India, because I am from the southern part of India, we speak Tamil. In Hindi, I know the basic things which we use on a daily basis. For example, if you have to say hi, in Hindi you will say namaskar, and in Tamil, I think it is namaskar. I'm not sure. Yeah. In Tamil, we call it vanakkam for hi.
ありがとうございます。
Thank you very much.
同じ国なのにいろんな言葉が違うってすごいなって思いました。
Yeah, actually, the thing is, there are in the Indian subcontinent, we have various countries, right? We have India, we have Sri Lanka, we have Pakistan. Pakistan people, they can understand Hindi, but we from India, we can't understand Hindi. But people from Sri Lanka, they can understand Tamil. But people from other parts of India, they can't understand Tamil.
I have a question. Which do you like the which Indian food do you like the best, Mr. Alif?
Okay. In the slide I showed you, right, the first picture, the pancake one, dosa. Yeah, that is my favorite food. In our home, we used to that used to be our usual breakfast. Before going to school, like I used to have that. Those are like good memories which I have.
ありがとうございます。
Yeah, I have one question about Japan. Which time in the year do you suggest people from other countries to visit Japan? In which time of the year Japan is so beautiful?
Yes, I think winter the best. My hometown is Yamanochi in Nagano. There is many snow in winter. It is very beautiful and nice view. Japan is all seasons beautiful, but I think winter is the best.
Yeah, I agree with you also. Yeah, winter looked really good here. But yeah, I live in Osaka, so it is like I haven't seen snow yet. I hope Nagano is a good place. Like next winter, I'm sure I'll go and visit there.
ありがとうございます。ぜひ長野にいらしてください。とてもいいところです。
Yeah, today I had a great time discussing with you all about India and its culture and tradition. I hope you all enjoyed the lesson. And yeah, thank you very much.
今まで話を聞いてきて、たくさんの面白いお祭りがあったり、日本にはないバナナの皮で作る料理があったりとか、女性はサリーを着るっていうのは知ってたんですけど、男性が着る衣装は知らなかったので聞けてとても楽しかったです。ありがとうございます。
Yeah, thank you very much.
今回こうしていろんなことを知ることができて、インドへの関心が深まりました。ぜひ今度インドにも実際に行ってみたいなって思いました。今日はありがとうございます。
Yeah, sure. You are welcome. Yeah, thank you very much. Welcome to India.
こんにちは、everyone。私はビカス・ボーラです。ネパールから来ました。私は広島大学留学生です。専門は経済です。はじめまして。ありがとうございます。
皆さん、こんにちは。私はサビン・コイララです。ネパールから来ました。私は広島大学の留学生です。専門は経済です。私は私の国について教えることができて幸せです。ありがとうございます。
はい。私の名前はさきです。高校は和歌山なんですけど、私も実家は広島にあって、 普段休日とかは広島で休んでたりします。で、ネパールについて、あまりよく知らないので、今回の授業でたくさん学べたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
私の名前は彩香です。ネパールのことはよく知らないので、今日はいろんなことを学べたら嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。
はい、私の名前は夏美です。今回はネパールのことをたくさん教えてくださるのですごく楽しみにしています。よろしくお願いします。
私の名前はみゆこです。ネパールは、地理の授業で見かけた山脈の写真がすごい綺麗だったなっていうそんな感じのイメージを持っています。今日はネパールのことをもっと知っていけたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
Okay, thank you everyone. I'm going to start my presentation. First of all, namaste everyone. Okay, here you can see the distance between Japan and Nepal, that in airways. Actually, we both countries are located in Asia. So we are Asian people, and currently we are here in Japan. So we are grateful for this scholarship to us Japanese government. And there is my beautiful small mountainous country Nepal that you can see in the map. And the shortest distance between Japan and Nepal is around 5,000 kilometers. You can see in this map as well. That is the shortest distance. And this is our national flag. And on the right side, we can see this is the national emblem of Nepal. And the amazing thing about our national flag is this is only flag in the world that is not rectangular. You can see this is triangular in shape. And now I want to highlight on some of the facts about Nepal. The official name of Nepal is Federal Democratic Republic of Nepal, and it has the area of 147,181 square kilometers. Kathmandu is the biggest city and the capital city of Nepal, and the total population of Nepal is 30 million. And Nepali is the national language of Nepal, and it is highly spoken in the Nepal. And now I want to talk about the current Nepal, or you can say the contemporary governing system. Before 2006, Nepal was a monarch country. We have monarchy system, but after the great public revolution in 2006, Nepal is now a federal democratic republic state. Now we have parliamentary supremacy in our governing system. Okay, now I want to go through the cultural aspect. Basically, we have huge Hindu population in numbers in Nepal. As Bo culture is very popular in Nepal, similarly, Namaste or greeting by joining the hands and saying Namaste is very popular in Nepal. And cow is the national animal in Nepal, and we Hindu people basically worship cow. But Nepal is a secular country, so we have equal faith and respect towards each and every religion in Nepal.
Thank you, Vikas-san. Now I will talk about foods in Nepal. Rice and curry is famous among Nepalese people. We Nepalese people eat rice and curry during lunch and dinner. Millet is one of the local cuisine of Nepal. Most of the Nepalese people like this millet very much. Momo is mostly eaten as snacks in Nepal. It is similar to the dumplings in Japan. Now I am going to talk about the most important festivals in Nepal. Dasai is the important festival which is celebrated in the month of October. In this festival, we take blessing from elder people and from parents. Second most important festival in Nepal is Tihar. It is also called Festival of Light. Animals like dog, cow are worshipped in this festival. We take a blessing from sister, and this festival is also called the great bonding between brother and sister. Another important festival in Nepal is Holi. It is also called Festival of Color. In this festival, we put color in each other's face and body. Mostly children and youth enjoy this festival very much. Now I am going to talk about dresses and clothes in Nepal. This cap is called Dhaka Topi and the cloth is called Daura Surwal. It is for male, and for women the cloth is Gunyo Choli, which can be seen in the people are wearing in the photo. Women and girls also wear this type of clothes like sari and kurta surwal. However, nowadays Western clothes are more dominant over traditional clothes in Nepal. Now I am going to talk about the famous places in Nepal. Lumbini is the birthplace of Buddha, an important religious place for Buddhist religion. Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, having altitude 8,848 meters. Many tourists try to climb this mountain every year. Pashupatinath is one of the important pilgrimages for Hindu religion. This temple is located in Kathmandu city. Swayambhunath is the famous shrine for Buddhist people. It is also located in Kathmandu. Now I want to talk about the assistance done by JICA in Nepal. There is a good friendship between Japan and Nepal. Japan supports economically, technically, and through human resource in Nepal. This is the BP highway. It was constructed by JICA. This highway is 158 kilometers long and most beautiful highway of Nepal. This is the tunnel which is under construction with the assistance of Japan. It is located in Kathmandu. It connects Kathmandu with other city. Many hospitals has been constructed with the assistance of Japan, and now also there are a lot of hospitals under construction with the assistance of JICA and Japan. Many schools are also being constructed by the JICA, and JICA in Japan also provides many scholarships to Nepalese students to pursue higher studies in Japan. There are MEX scholarship, GDS scholarship. We are also part of the scholarship provided by JICA in Japan. Now I want to show the video about 20 reasons to visit Nepal in 2020. It was prepared by Nepal Tourism Board. Thank you for your attention. Thank you.
Rice in Nepal different from Japanese rice?
Yes, Nepal is different from Japanese rice. Japanese rice is quite bigger, thicker than in Nepal. The rice are thinner and long also, and it is not so many. While in the rice in Japan is oily, but in Nepal the rice are very quite separate, long.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
私の家でもお米を作っているので、今度機会があればネパールのお米とかも育てて食べ比べてみたいなと思います。
How was Nepal affected by coronavirus?
In the later days, we have very extreme and miserable condition of this pandemic. We have already surpassed the numbers of Japan. I think Japan has only 70,000 cases or victim, we can say. Nepal is already past 100,000 numbers of the cases. Initially, it was stagnant. It was not so bigger, but nowadays problem is quite miserable and it's not good for Nepal.
As I already mentioned, the festival Dasain is coming in October. There is a very high risk that people at that time people gathers together and take blessing from each other. So during this pandemic, the festival are also increasing the risks of the coronavirus even more.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
はい、さっきのプレゼンテーションのお話と少しかぶってしまうんですけど、There are many seasonal events in Japan. For example, in March, we have Hina Matsuri, when we pray for the healthy growth of girls. In April, we have cherry blossoms viewing to celebrate the coming of spring, and so on. I think those are beautiful customs. What kind of events are held in Nepal?
In Nepal, we have many festivals, as I've already mentioned about the cultural diversity and the huge ranges of the ethnic groups. Depending on the culture, we have different. But the important, most crucial festivals are Dasain and Tihar that are very near on the October, November. Just 15 days to go. The biggest festival of Nepal are just approaching, and besides that, many festivals we have in every month. So like the Holi, the festival of colors, is another big festival. New Year we celebrate in the April, which is also the biggest festival in Nepal.
10月11月に大きなお祭りがあるっていうことで、もうすぐなので、私もなんかちょっと楽しみな気持ちになりましたし、一度行ってみたいなとも思いました。教えてくださってありがとうございます。
Okay, as we have presented, lots of things about the festivals, cultures, our geography of Nepal. So in future, if ever you have time or opportunity to visit Nepal, or which things you are most excited to see in Nepal? So this is my question. Whether it is our festival or mountains, or you can say the people, which things most fascinating that you are going to see in Nepal if you are planning to go?
いろいろ初めて聞くものばかりなのでいろいろ見てみたい気持ちがあって、その祭りなどもたくさん行ってみたいなと思いますし、民族衣装、サリーとかそういう衣装を着てる姿も見てみたいなって思うんですけど、あとは今私がバーチャル背景にしてるこの風景を見てみたいなとも思ってます。
Most welcome. This is located in capital city, so you easily can see this place if you come to Nepal.
はい、ありがとうございます。ぜひ機会があれば行ってみたいなって思います。
I have one question. If I ask you which Japanese food should I try, what would you suggest me?
はい、私
好きな食べ物トップ5があるんですよ。で、で1位がうどんで、2位が卵焼きで、3位がお好み焼きなんですけど、この3食の日本食はすごいおすすめなので、ぜひ食べてみてください。
Thank you.
Thank you for your recommendation. At last, it's a very wonderful moment that we get chance to represent here and briefly tell things about Nepal, because many of you, have little knowledge of, no knowledge of Nepal. So today, I hope at least you learn something about Nepal, and in future, if possible, if you visit Nepal, you are most welcome in the mountainous country, the place of Mount Everest and the Lord Buddha. So it's a pleasure moment to meet all of you and share some of the things about my country here among you all. Thank you, everyone.
First of all, I want to thank JICA for providing this opportunity to teach about my country to students. And secondly, I want to thank students for the proactive participation in this event. I think the students could know more about Nepal after our presentation, and even in question answer, the many doubts were being clear, and we also knew more about the Japan, like the cuisine in Japan, and even what the students will want to visit in Nepal. For this participation and for this providing this opportunity, I want to thank JICA and students. And thank you, all of you. Thank you very much. Sayonara.
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 Okay, if you let me introduce myself first. My name is Ramazan Ibrahimov, and I'm from Kyrgyzstan. I'm really glad to see you all here, and it is a great honor and a big opportunity for us to introduce you our country. So from now, I hope that all of you guys will know a little bit more about our beautiful country, and maybe one day you will visit us. So we are the JDS program fellows, and our main goal is to get a good education here in Japan while studying in the best universities, and use this knowledge for the benefit of our country. So we are very glad to have such a great opportunity. Thank you.
Hello, everybody. My name is Gulumsan Bikurova. You can call me Guka. I am from Kyrgyzstan. The lovely I am about it to present today. I came to Japan 1 year ago. I am an ecologist and studying for a master's degree at the University of Hiroshima. I hope you enjoy our lesson, so welcome to our class.
はい、私は千夏と言います。キリギスのことは初めて知ったので、いろいろと今回は教えてもらえたら嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。
We will try.
はい、こんにちは。2年生の夏美です。今回はキルギスのことについてたくさん教えてもらえたら嬉しいなと思います。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。私の名前はメイです。私はキルギスのことを今まであまりよく知らなかったので、今日はとても楽しみにしてきました。よろしくお願いします。
2年生の宮本志保です。今日はキルギスのこといろいろ教えてもらえるの楽しみにしていました。どうぞよろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。僕は翼って言います。 今日は短い時間なんですが、キルギスのことについていっぱい学びたいと思うので、よろしくお願いします。
Once again, it is my great pleasure to introduce you our country. So this is going to be a brief presentation of Kyrgyzstan. Let's start. So this is the basic information of Kyrgyzstan. So here you can see the national flag and emblem of Kyrgyzstan. In fact, Kyrgyzstan is a country in Central Asia. The total area is almost 200,000 square kilometers. The capital city is Bishkek. State language is Kyrgyz, and Russian has also a status of official language. Kyrgyzstan is a democratic and secular state with the population more than 6 million people. Here's the world map, and as you can see, Kyrgyzstan is right in the center of Eurasia. Here you can see the four countries which borders with. So Kazakhstan to the north, Uzbekistan to the west and southwest, Tajikistan to the southwest, and China to the east. Kyrgyzstan attracts millions of people from all over the world. The majestic Tian Shan Mountains, which is called Heavenly Mountains, range occupies the greater part of the area, and 90% of the country stands above 1,500 meters. So Kyrgyz name for Tian Shan is Alato, and the height of the mountains is over 7,000 meters. Bozuy is a traditional nomadic house for ancient Kyrgyz people. This is an internal view of Bozuy. The top of Bozuy is a wooden circle called a tunduk, which is a symbol of eternal sun, family, and the universe. The most attentive of you notice that the flag of Kyrgyzstan looks like tunduk. The Nomad Games. It is an international sporting event on which athletes from all over the world participate in more than 37 sports. These include different types of wrestling, including on horseback, horse racing, archery, and Kyrgyz national sport, Kokboru. Kokboru is an ancient Kyrgyz traditional horse game, which is played by two teams on horseback, where players try to maneuver with a goat's carcass or ulak and score by putting it into the opponent's goal. Salburun is a Kyrgyz traditional hunting with eagles. Here you can see Kyrgyz original nomad woman warrior. Ancient Kyrgyz women were excellent horse riders and had good archery skills. They often took part in battles on an equal basis with men and were brave warriors. Chingiz Aytmatov is a great Kyrgyz writer and diplomat, best known as a major figure in Kyrgyz and Russian literature. He is well known in world classic literature as well. In fact, in 1973, Chingiz Aytmatov wrote the dramatic play about the Soviet regime, which is called The Ascent of Mount Fuji. Many of Aytmatov's stories appear in English translation, which is very famous worldwide, and I highly recommend it to read. Kyrgyz people are as hospitable as the Japanese. I want to believe that one day you will visit our country and it will remain in your hearts forever. So welcome to Kyrgyzstan, where so much to discover. Thank you for your attention. And Gulumkan-san will introduce you the Kyrgyz traditional food, clothes, and other interesting things.
Okay. This is our lake. Call it Issyk-Kul. Issyk-Kul Lake, the pearl of Kyrgyzstan. This lake is the largest lake in Kyrgyzstan. The water in it is salty and relatively clean. And it doesn't freeze in winter, and in summer the water is warm. In the summer, people from all over Kyrgyzstan come to Issyk-Kul to have a rest, and tourists all over the world do visit this all-interesting lake in my country. Here you can see our Kyrgyz folk dance, Kara Jorgo. Not a single holiday goes by without the dance of Karajorgo. Here you can see Kyrgyz national clothes for children and adults. Women's hats depend on the age of the woman. For example, children wear ukutopo, and young girls wear shokulu, and women wear elechek. Men, regardless of their age, wear a kalpak. Kyrgyz wedding. The first two photographs show wedding dresses from ancient times. In our days, anyone who wants to hold a flamboyant wedding in the national style of costume dresses as shown in the slide. However, many brides prefer to wear Western style of wedding costumes. According to our customs and tradition, before marriage, the groom's parents must wear gold earrings to their daughter-in-law and pay money. The amount of money depends on the status of social class of the family. In turn, after marriage, the bride's side must bring a dowry to the groom's house. Kyrgyz cuisine. Our main national dish is beshbarmak, which in translation means 5 fingers. It is eaten by hand. It's made from horse, beef or lamb. Noodles and onions are added. Also, you can see shorpo and bujia. Shorpo is soap, and the bujia is made from the inner parts of sheep, and rice is added. When cooked, bujia mainly gives the appearance of a duck. Shown here are photos of such dishes as plov, kurdak, mante. We have tokoch and borsov as bread. As you have noticed, we add meat in large quantities to almost all our dishes. Kyrgyzstan is a sunny country with beautiful nature and emerald lake and friendly people. We meet our guests with such a late dinner table. If you have a chance, sometimes please come to Kyrgyzstan. Thank you. That's all. If you have any questions, please feel free and ask.
質問よろしいでしょうか。When searching about Kyrgyzstan, we find lots of information about honey. Is honey famous in Kyrgyzstan? Are there any other famous products other than honey?
Thank you for such a great question. Let me answer to this question. As I mentioned in my presentation, Kyrgyzstan is a mountainous country. So high up in the mountains, we have a lot of bees who produce honey. So this sphere of economics is widely aroused in our country. Actually, JDS program, a JICA program, has a project called One Village, One Product. According to this program, honey from Kyrgyzstan exports to Japan. And I think in Tokyo you can find our honey in some special stores.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。
東京で手に入れるなら、もし時間があれば、インターネットでも東京に行ってでもなんか買って食べてみたいなと思います。
Sure, yeah. I hope that you will really like our honey because it is 100% natural product and it is very tasty.
はい。
What different from Kyrgyzstan surprised you when you come to Japan?
Thank you so much. I think Gulumkan-san will agree with me. When we came to Japan, we were very pleased and we were very surprised by how Japanese people are hospitable. And I think that this is a unique philosophy of Japanese people to show the respect to the guests here in Japan.
And I want to add, in my opinion, all over the world, Japanese people are very polite.
こんな風になんかすごい好印象に思っていただけてすごい嬉しいです。私ももっと礼儀正しく美しくいきたいと思います。ありがとうございます。
I learned about Kyrgyzstan for first time. Do Kyrgyz people know Japan well?
Let me answer to this question. The modern history from 1991, when we get independence, our diplomatic relationships between Kyrgyzstan and Japan from year to year became stronger. And now I can confidently say that the JICA's projects, such like JDS and some other projects, strengthen the friendship between our nations. And it is like a bridge of friendship which two nations build and contribute to it all their efforts.
And also I want to add that Kyrgyz people really highly appreciate that Japan helps a lot.
ありがとうございます。私自身あまりキルギスのことをまだよく分かっていないので、私ももっとキルギスのことをよく知って、日本とキルギスのいい関係を築けていけたらいいなって思いました。ありがとうございます。
Hey Sam, I'm very glad to hear these words from you, and I would like to mention that there is also a beautiful scenery of Kyrgyz mountains on your background screen. So it feels like we are on the same wave, saying that you also in a high mountains as me. So this is kind of like introduction, the very first step of introduction to Kyrgyz culture. Thank you.
We all know that Japan is a unique country, and sumo is individual sport in Japan that combines sports, martial arts, show, traditions, and business. And I have such a question. Is it possible to meet sumo wrestlers in Hiroshima Prefecture? I would be very delighted to see them in reality. If in Hiroshima Prefecture there is no such opportunity, so where can I see, can I meet them? Thank you.
はい。広島県に相撲部屋はないんですけど、日本には大相撲というのが年に6回あり、そのうち3回は東京であります。で、あとの3回は大阪、名古屋、福岡で行われているので、そこに行くと白熱した試合を見ることができます。または地方巡業などで見たりすることもできます。
I see. ありがとうございました。
Let me ask you a question regarding to the Japanese culture and traditions. So as we know, now there is an ongoing process like globalization. I would like to ask you, how did you manage to save, to preserve the unique culture, the unique philosophy the unique traditions of Japan while the globalization process are going.
先ほど日本に来て温かく迎えてくれたのが印象的でしたってお話しされてたんですけども、日本は発展していく中で日本古来の文化や伝統とか生活方式もずっと守ってきたり信じてきたりしてきましたが、でも日本人の多くは無宗教にもかかわらずクリスマスだったりハロウィンだったりをしたりとか、でも初詣にも行くしお葬式でお経を唱えたりで、そんないろんなものを取り入れて生活をしているんですよ。でもなんか外から入ってきたものを排除するのではなく、容認して自分たちの独自の文化として取り入れて、またそれを新しい文化として発展させていく、それ自体が日本の文化和の心としてあるのではないでしょうかと思います。
It's a great answer. Thank you. ありがとうございます。
I want to say thank you for your very active participation, and if you are interested, please welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
Gratitude for all of you guys to have a time to participate in this course. And I think even if we have just 1 hour of this class, I hope that you will in some way learn about Kyrgyzstan. And this class was building a bridge of friendship between our nations. So once again, thank you so much for your attention. ありがとうございます。
はい。今日はキルギスのことについてたくさん教えていただきありがとうございます。とても楽しかったです。次は実際にお会いして、もっといろんなキルギスのこととか、日本のこととか話して会いたいです。ありがとうございました。
ありがとうございます。Welcome to Kyrgyzstan.
So, if I should go first, my name is Mehian Lovi, but you can call me Lovi. I'm a student of Kobe University, studying economics. I'm a JDS scholarship fellow. Pleased to meet you.
Okay, thank you, everyone. My name is Goba Godfrey Kobla. I'm also from Ghana, a JDS fellow studying economics at Kobe University, master's course. It's a 2-year program, and we've been here for about a year. So far, I've enjoyed my stay in Japan until the COVID-19. I'm happy to meet you all.
はい、私の名前は千夏と言います。ガーナのことをたくさん知れたらいいなと思っています。今日はよろしくお願いします。
私の名前はさきと言います。ガーナといえばカカオで有名なイメージがありますが、他にどんな料理や祭りがあるのか学びたいなと思っています。今日はよろしくお願いします。
私の名前はあやかです。今日はガーナのことについていろいろ知れたら嬉しいです。よろしくお願いします。
2年生の夏美です。今日はガーナのことを今以上に知れるのがとても楽しみです。よろしくお願いします。
All right. Okay, so I will start the presentation. As we've already introduced ourselves, my name is Lovi Mehian, and I can be called Lovi. and my colleague is Goba, Godfred Kobler. He can be called Goba. All right. On today's lesson about Ghana, we are basically going to give you an introduction or a brief overview about Ghana, and then we would zoom in and focus on one important cultural mark of Ghana, and that is the kente cloth. So basically, Ghana is based or is located in West Africa, and we are a country of about 30 million people. We have 42 major languages, and our official language, that's the language that is used in business circles and at school, is English. The capital city of Ghana is Accra, and Accra is about 6 hours by flight from London and 18 hours to Osaka. The city of Accra is a vibrant one, and we have a very good nightlife. So the time zone for Ghana is 0 GMT, and that's between with the hours between Ghana and Japan. The time difference is 9 hours. So Ghana is precisely 9 hours behind Japan. There are many beautiful places in Ghana. For example, we have castles, we have beaches, we have waterfalls and nature parks, and you can see some of the places in the pictures on the slide. Ghana has good and tasty, delicious meals like fufu, wache, and jollof, which is a very famous one. In Japan, as one of you has already stated, Ghana is well known for chocolate. And Ghana is known for premium chocolate, premium cocoa beans.
Okay. We are going to learn about the kente cloth. And you can see in this picture some of the designs. It's a very important cultural symbol. Kente is a traditional Ghanaian cloth, carefully crafted and woven in a loom. It has many beautiful colors and patterns. And as you can see, the lady is sitting in the loom in the picture, and some of the strips that she has woven is hanging by her. Kente is woven in different parts of Ghana, and every part of Ghana have their peculiar pattern or style, the color and the texture of the kente cloth. It can be compared to Japan's special kimono and can be worn by both men and women. Kente is used for special ceremonies like graduations, weddings, induction ceremonies, and festivals. Kente also represents royalty. As you know, in Ghana, we have chiefs and kings also. And so Kente represents their cultural royal symbol. In some parts of Ghana, especially in an area called the Agotime traditional area, which is in the Volta region, a special Kente festival is celebrated where new designs are outdoored. So at this festival, you can see some men engaging in a weaving competition and some beautiful women dressed in their Kente cloth at the Kente festival. For Kente, the woven strips are sewn together to get a full piece cloth for ladies or a half piece cloth for men. In some parts of Ghana, like the Volta, Central and Western regions, the men wear their Kente cloth over a jumper. So in the extreme right picture, you can see two men in between the lady, and they are wearing a white cloth under the Kente. That is the jumper. But in the middle picture, the young gentleman is not wearing any white clothes, so you can see his bare shoulder. This is also another group of people who wear their kente without a jumper. In Ghana, having a piece of the kente cloth is very symbolic and considered very special. Depending on the pattern and style, it can range between 20,000 yen to 100,000 yen. There could be special pieces, just about 5,000 yen, with writings like "Congratulations," "Welcome to Japan," "Welcome to Ghana," "Happy Anniversary," and many other examples. In this example, recently in the United States, USA congressmen from the Democratic Party, in solidarity with the Black Lives Matter and the killing of George Floyd, wore kente cloth to Congress to show their support for the Black Lives Matter. And on the right picture, last year when the new emperor was being enthroned in Tokyo, Ghana's first lady, the wife of Ghana's president, came to Japan and she wore a kente cloth to the ceremony. So in our conclusion, we are saying that the kente cloth is gaining popularity worldwide, and kente remains an important cultural symbol for Ghana. If you think of kente, you can compare it to Japan's famous kimono. And the next time you think of Ghana, remember Ghana has kente. This is the end of our presentation. Thank you very much. Arigato gozaimashita. Recommended sightseeing spots include the famous castles. Ghana also has the highest waterfall in West Africa, the Flea Waterfalls. Ghana also has the Kakum Canopy Walk. So we will type that in the chat. And this is a natural rainforest where it has a canopy walk. You can walk within the forest. The castles are very important to Ghana because unlike Japanese castles, when the Europeans were ruling Africa, they built castles, and at the point that is what they used to do the slave trade to the Americans and Europe. So for Ghana, the castles are very important for us.
If I could also add, we also have various national parks apart from the Kakum National Park. So in northern Ghana, we have the Mole National Park, which is a reserve of about 4,500 kilometers of woodland and has various species of animals. So it is a great tourist destination where you could go and enjoy yourself and have a view of nature, animals living in the nature or in the natural reserve.
Ghana is famous for cacao. Is chocolate also made in Ghana?
Yes, Ghana produces chocolate too. So we have the premium golden tree cocoa chocolate. And I must say that it has high cocoa content, 100% cocoa content. When you compare Ghana's cocoa, the golden tree cocoa chocolate, to chocolate made from other parts of the world, the taste is Ghana's chocolate. The taste is unique. It's pure cocoa. So we do produce cocoa chocolate in Ghana.
私もチョコレートがすごく好きで普段からも結構食べてるんですけど、そのガーナの本場のチョコレートもユニークな味がするって言ってたので、ぜひ食べてみたいです。ありがとうございます。
Okay, Natsumi-san, you just won yourself a chocolate, so we'll find a way to get you an original Ghana chocolate.
How was your country affected by COVID-19? Did you have a lockdown?
Yes, we did have a lockdown, but presently the lockdown has been lifted. Activities are back to normal, although there are regulations guiding behavior in terms of observing social distancing and hygienic conditions like using the sanitizer and so on. That's required to manage the COVID situation. And I must say that Ghana has managed the COVID situation quite well. We have very high, in fact, one of the highest recovery rates on the continent. So yeah, we did experience the lockdown. We had to go through it. We went through it, and life is back to almost normal.
Like Africa in general, although got a lot of infections, did not experience the kind of seriousness with the coronavirus like other parts of the world did. And so like the mortality, the death rate has not been high in countries like Ghana and other African countries.
他のアメリカとか別の国に比べるとあまり影響は少なかったってことだったんですけど、ガーナも日本もちょっとずつ元の状態に戻りつつあるっていうのを聞いてすごく安心しました。でもまだまだコロナは続いているので、気を抜かずしっかり対策をしていきたいなって思いました。そして、早く収束してガーナにも行ってみたいなと思いました。
Yeah, we also hope so, and we will be very happy to welcome you to our country.
I wanted to know, apart from like generally for high school students in Japan, what do you know about Africa and Black people?
はい、私はアフリカって言ったらすごい動物が多い印象があって、日本では動物園でしか見られない動物がアフリカではなんか街中に結構野生の動物がたくさん見られるので、それはアフリカならではですごいいいなっていうイメージがあります。で、黒人はすごい明るくて元気なイメージがあって、マサイ族の方は目がすごくいいっていう話を何回か聞いたことがあります。
Thank you very much, Natsumi Fan, for that answer.
All right, so I'll say that it's been a very healthy and lively engagement that we've had today. We learned something from you, and we are also confident that you've learned a lot from us about Ghana. We are hopeful that in the future you will be able to pay a visit to Ghana and other parts of Africa. So we are very happy and we are pleased to have met you today. Yoroshiku onegaishimasu.
Yes, as also we want to thank JICA for this opportunity to interact with high school students of Japan. We have also learned a lot from you, and we hope, like my brother said, that in the near future you aspire to travel to Africa and especially Ghana and discover a very wonderful country. Thank you for the opportunity, and we are happy to be with you today. Thank you.
ガーナについて知らないことばかりで、今回の授業はいろいろ学べて楽しかったです。たくさん24つのたくさんの言語を話されたりだとか、なんか日本と同じように炊き込みご飯を食べたりするっていうこととか、いろいろ知れてとても楽しかったです。ありがとうございました。
Thank you. Goodbye. See you another time.
Another time.
こんにちは, everyone. Hello and welcome to my class about Mozambique. My name is Mohamed Antonio Matsini, but please you can call me Antonio. Can you see my name? Yes, you can call me Antonio. I'm from Mozambique. I've been to Japan for 1 year now, and I'm studying Masters in Business Administration at Kwansei Gakuin University. So thank you for attention. I hope you enjoy my class.
こんにちは。私の名前はメイです。モザンビークは、野生の動物がたくさんいるイメージがあります。ぜひ行ってみたいなって思っています。今日はたくさん知れるのが楽しみです。よろしくお願いします。
こんにちは。私の名前はあやかです。モザンビークの名前を私は初めて聞いたので、今日はこの機会にいろんなことを知れたらいいなって思います。よろしくお願いします。
お願いします。
はい。私の名前は千夏と言います。モザンビークのことを楽しく学べたらなと思っています。今日はよろしくお願いします。
私の名前はさきです。去年は、モザンビークのアーティストさんが民族祭に来てくださって、今日はそのモザンビークについて詳しく聞けると思って、とても楽しみにしていました。よろしくお願いします。
Good.
はじめまして、私の名前はみゆこと言います。今日はモザンビークの授業をすごい楽しみにしてきました。いろいろ勉強できたらいいなと思っています。よろしくお願いします。
Nice to meet you, Muko. Nice to meet you all, and thank you for your kindness and for your attention. Once again, thank you for your attention. I hope you enjoy my class that I prepared for today. I see there are many expectations from the students. Some have seen some animals, some have never heard the first time they hear the name Mozambique. I hope to give you a very brief idea about Mozambique. My today's class is about people and places of Mozambique. In the first part of the class, I'm going to describe how people of Mozambique are. And in the second part, I'm going to share with you a couple of places which you can visit in case you come to Mozambique one day. But before we go to the main topic, let me describe you a bit about Mozambique. I remember Yaka said it's the first time she heard the name Mozambique today. So Mozambique is here in red on the map. It is located in the southern part of Africa, and it shares borders with Eswatini, South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Malawi, and Tanzania. We are 30 million people in Mozambique. The country has 11 provinces, and Maputo, we can see here in the picture, is the capital. Now let's go to the main topic of our class today, starting to talk about the people of Mozambique. Mozambique is a country of racial diversities. Black people are the majority in the country. However, we also have white people, We have people from Asian origins. We have mixture of black and white and Asians, and so on. It is also a country of ethnic diversity. We have many ethnic groups in different parts of the country. It is also a country with cultural diversity. We have more than 20 national languages spoken in different parts of the country. But we all share, the Portuguese is the national language which everyone speaks in the country. So now let's talk about the places. I selected 3 main places that I think are interesting you can visit in case you go to Mozambique one day. The first place is the Inhambane province, which is the southern part of the country. Then the second one is the Gorongosa National Park in the central part, and the island of Mozambique in the northern part of the country. Inhambane province is one of the provinces in the southern part of Mozambique. It has over 7 kilometers of coastline, and they have some of the most beautiful beaches in the country. It is a very beautiful provinces and is one of the most important tourist destinations. It receives many tourists every year from different parts of the world. The island of Mozambique is located in the northern part of the country. It is the country's largest island. It is, we can see here in the picture, there is a bridge connecting the island to the mainland in the Nampula province. It was the first capital of the country in the 19th century. And due to the rich culture and history, it was declared World Heritage by UNESCO. I'm not going to talk a lot about Gorongosa National Park. Instead, I'm going to share with you this video I prepared. The first 3 minutes will give you an idea of what you can see in the Gorongosa National Park. I hope May-san will enjoy the animals. So this is a brief overview of what you can see in the Gorongosa National Park. And this is all for now. I hope you enjoyed. I will end with this picture of this little girl. I like the picture. She symbolizes what the people of Mozambique. My grandma used to say, smile is better than wealth. So people in Mozambique like to smile, to greet to other people and say hi. So by smiling, you make your day happy and you make someone's day also happier. And thank you for attention. Arigatou gozaimasu. I'm available for your question and we can discuss a bit about Mozambique. So we can open the floor for questions. I forgot to mention that Moko-san has the map of Mozambique in her background. Thank you for that.
I have a question. What do you think are the differences in character between Mozambique and Japanese people?
Thank you for your question, Mei-san. Well, there are many differences. One of them is the size of the population. You are 126 million people. In Mozambique, we are 30 million people. So it's smaller, the number compared to Japan. We can mention other difference in terms of race. We are Asian. I said Mozambique is a country of racial diversity, but the black people are the big number there in the countries. But you also have white people. You have what we call mulattoes. It's the mixture of black and white, or white and Asian, or black and Asian. I could also mention the people culture. For example, we have many national tribes, ethnic groups, and because of that, you also have many languages in the country, more than 20 different languages in the same country. So these characteristics, they make our culture being different from Mozambique and other people from other countries. For example, we live in the small communities. We like to share the communities. People in the community, they help each other, everyone. The young people, they respect the elders. The same happens in Japan. Everyone, they greet each other. They want to know how you are, how things are, and they try to help each other if someone else in the community is facing difficulties. But there are other similarities with Japan. For instance, we are taught since kids that we have to respect the elders people. We have to help them if they want to be helped. We have to help them to do things, even to carry things. We have to give them chair if they arrive in the home. And the elder people are a source of the culture, a source of the knowledge of the community. That's why if we want to know something in the community, we go to talk with the elder and he tells us the story. And the elder people in the family, the grandma and the grandpa, are the ones who tell story to the great children about what was the past, what was the history of the community, what was the history of the family.
はい、たくさん教えていただきありがとうございます。日本では最近は近所の家の人ともあんまり挨拶もしないっていう感じなんで、すごい小さい国だからこそ地域の人と一緒に何でも一緒に協力してやったり、一緒に笑ったり一緒に喜んだり一緒に悲しんだりしてみんなが家族っていう感じの雰囲気なのがすごいいいなって思いました。ありがとうございます。
Thank you for your lessons too, and for sharing me this knowledge, the history and culture of Japan too.
What are the good things about Japan from the perspective of those who live in Japan, rather than tourists?
Thank you for your question, Saki-san. The good thing about Japan is respect that people have, even among Japanese, the respect between the junior, the young to the elders. The same happens to my country. And also the attention you have to help someone else. If I am lost in the road and ask for help, sometimes people, the Japanese people, they take me, they accompany me to the place where I want to go. So they're very kind and attentive, and they strive to help someone else. I also like the way you take care of your country. Your cities are clean and not dirty. People respect each other. They don't make noise in the road. They don't make noise even on the train, in public places. And we can see even children walking alone. The country is safe. There is good security. I also see that there are many people educated, many children going to school. Your level of illiterate people is too low, so people are studying, people are being educated. That's good for the country. There are many good things, but this is the summary. And please take care of your countries, you, the young people.
たくさん日本について褒めてもらってすごく嬉しいなって思います。まさかこんなに言ってもらえると思ってなかったからすごくびっくりしてます。
That's true. That's what's happening. And please take care of this. You learned from your ancestors, from your parents, from your father. But the future of the country is also on your hands, you the young. So you have to keep on all these habits. Yes. I had the first question you already answered. I was to ask you, what did you know about Mozambique before this class? And I would ask now, what do you know now about Mozambique? And the second question is, what you as the Japanese people, what are you proud of? How do you want us, what do you want me to remember you when I return to my country?
はい。どのように覚えてほしいかですよね。メイさんと似たような感じになるんですけど、私は動物が大好きなので、動物が大好きな日本の女子高生って覚えてくれるといいかなって思ってます。さっきのプレゼンでも先生がおっしゃってたんですけど、ゴロンゴーザ国立公園について、私はなんかもともと動物が好きでネットで調べたりして知ってて、激しい内戦の影響でほとんどの動物がいなくなってしまったけど、ゴロンゴーザ復興プロジェクトっていうのでたくさんの動物が戻ってきたという記事を見つけてすごいなと思って、もっと動物に興味を持てるようになったので、今度もしそこに行くときは動物見に行こうかなって思ってます。
Thank you for your compliments and for your comments on that. Actually, Gorongosa is one of the most biggest attraction. It suffered in the Civil War which ended in 1992. But then now they're recovering, and Gorongosa, it's the combination of natural ecosystem conservation, and also there are communities living nearby Gorongosa who are also working in order to protect animals and to develop the area. Briefly, I want to thank you all for your attention, for attending my class. I want to thank JICA for the support and for the initiative. I hope I helped you to understand a bit more about Mozambique. For those who did not have an idea about Mozambique, such as Ayaka-san, I hope you already know a bit of Mozambique. Thank you all for your attention and thank you all for your contributions. I also learned a bit more about Japan and the Japanese culture and the students. This is my first opportunity to talk with students. So thank you for attention. I hope I've helped you to learn a bit more about my country.
国のモザンビークのこととか、そこモザンビークにいる動物たちのこととか、なんかすごくいろいろ教えていただいて、しかも私たちの質問一つに対してすごくいっぱい返してくれて、それで楽しかった上にいろんなことをいっぱい知れたのがとても嬉しかったです。ありがとうございました。
Thank you for attention. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Thank you.